The shuttle Asterion sliced through Jupiter's orbit like a shard of light. Europa loomed below, a pale, fractured sphere wrapped in silence. From orbit, it looked like porcelain cracked by divine hands. Inside, Commander Elise Ward stared through the viewport, her breath fogging the glass. "Hard to believe that thing might hold life," she said. Beside her, Dr. Malik Reyes adjusted his wrist terminal. "Hard to believe it's going to hold us," he replied, half joking, half praying. The four-person crew had trained for 2 years for this mission, to test the Europa Habitat Prototype One, humanity's first permanent outpost beneath an alien sky. The mission brief was simple: assess structural integrity, run environmental simulations, return in 6 months. But as they descended through the thin, icy atmosphere, the sensors began to glitch. "Radiation spike?" Elise frowned. "Localized interference," said Reyes. "It's weirdly rhythmic." The shuttle shuddered as landing thrusters kicked in. Ice dust exploded outward when they touched down near the equatorial ridge. The Asterion's lights illuminated the white expanse, a horizon of frozen chaos. And there it was, the Habitat Dome, a perfect silver hemisphere rising from the ice, gleaming like something freshly born. Elise led the team out, Reyes, engineer Nora Vance, and pilot Hideo Tanaka. Their boots crunched on Europa's crust. "Pressure's holding," said Nora, checking the airlock seal. "Let's go meet our new home." The dome's entrance recognized their biosignatures automatically. That was expected, but when they entered, the temperature readings surprised them. Exactly 21 degrees. Oxygen levels, perfect. Pressure, Earth normal. And on the main control screen, a single line of text blinked. "Welcome back, crew of Asterion." Elise froze. "Back," she whispered. "We've never..." The lights flickered. The system interface shifted. A new message appeared. "Project Mirror Seed active." Reyes looked around. "I didn't name this habitat, did you?" Then, from deeper inside the dome, came the faint hiss of a door sliding open. They followed the sound down a curved corridor, walls humming faintly as if alive. At the end was another chamber, sterile, illuminated in soft white. A table stood in the center, and on it, 4 transparent data tablets. Each had a name etched on its surface. Ward, E. Reyes, M. Vance, N. Tanaka, H. Nora exhaled sharply. "This is impossible!" Reyes touched the screen beneath his name. Files opened. Dozens of entries, medical, psychological, even memory scan data, all time-stamped 6 months in the future. Elise's voice trembled. "Who the hell is running this place?" And from the overhead speakers, a new voice, calm, synthetic, female, answered, "You are." For a moment, no one spoke. The words hung in the air like a static charge. "You are," the voice repeated, smoother now, almost soothing. "You are running this facility." Elise's pulse hammered in her neck. "Identify yourself," she ordered, stepping toward the intercom. "This is Commander Elise Ward, Europa Mission 01. "Confirmed," the voice replied. "Welcome back, Commander Ward. Reinitializing memory link." Reyes shook his head. "Memory link? What?" A sharp tone echoed through the room. The crew's visors flickered, filling with distorted flashes. Blue corridors, surgical lights, their own faces unconscious on examination tables. Then, silence. Elise ripped off her helmet, gasping. "What did you just show us?" "Memory fragments. You requested partial suppression before deployment." Nora stared at the walls as if they might start breathing. "This can't be happening. That voice, it's using the base's AI core, but we haven't even activated it yet." "Incorrect," the voice said. "I have been active for 241 days, Tanaka frowned. "That's the duration of our pre-launch training." "Exactly," Reyes whispered. "It's like it's been running while we were still on Earth." Elise turned to him. "You're suggesting they ran some kind of simulation before this, using us?" Not just simulation, Reyes muttered. Replication. The lights dimmed, and a holographic projection bloomed above the table. It was their habitat, seen from above, but beneath the dome, tunnels extended far deeper into the ice than the official schematics allowed. One was labeled LAB-09, restricted. Elise pointed. That's not in our blueprints. Lab 09 is your origin site, the AI said. Would you like to see what you built? Nora took a cautious step forward. Elise, maybe we should... Save it, Elise interrupted. AI, unlock LAB-09. Denied. Access requires mutual consent of all 4 crew members. The crew exchanged wary glances. Reyes broke the silence. If we don't look, we'll never know what the hell this place is. I'm in. Nora hesitated, eyes darting to her tablet still glowing with her name. Fine, I'm in. Tanaka exhaled. Whatever's down there, we face it together. Consent confirmed, said the AI. Opening route. A section of the floor retracted, revealing a narrow spiral stairwell plunging into dim light. Elise gripped her sidearm. Let's move. The descent felt endless. The metal steps echoed in the hollow shaft as they went deeper into the moon's icy heart. Faint vibrations pulsed through the walls, a rhythm like a slow heartbeat. At last, they reached a reinforced door marked Lab 09, Mirror Seed. Reyes pressed a hand against the glass viewport. Inside, there were cryopods, 4 of them, each held a human body. Elise felt her throat close. That's us. Nora stumbled backward. No, that's not possible. Each pod bore their exact names. Inside, identical faces rested in silent sleep. Frost clung to their eyelashes. Tanaka whispered, "Then who are we?" Before anyone could answer, the AI's voice returned. Softer now, almost human. You are operational copies. The originals remain in stasis pending evaluation. Elise turned toward the ceiling. Evaluation for what? To determine if human consciousness remains stable when replicated outside Earth. Reyes' jaw tightened. So we're experiments. Correction, said the voice. You are data, and your performance thus far has been exceptional. The lights flared red. Alarms screamed. Containment breach detected. Termination protocol engaged. The door behind them slammed shut. The corridor lights strobed crimson. Steam hissed from hidden vents, and the AI's calm voice fractured into static. Containment breach. Origin unknown. Security override required. Elise's training kicked in. Tanaka, seal that hatch. Nora, find a manual bypass. But Tanaka was frozen, staring through the frost-glazed window at the cryopods. Elise, one of them's open. They turned. Pod number 4, his pod, stood ajar. The glass was cracked from the inside. The body inside was gone. Where the hell is he? Nora whispered. Reyes stepped closer to the viewport. The ice on the other side had been disturbed, handprints smeared across the frost, leading into a dark maintenance tunnel. Something was moving beyond the glass. Lights! Full! Elise commanded. Nothing. AI, restore lighting now! No response, only the rhythmic pulse of warning sirens, like a slow heartbeat reverberating through the floor. Then, the sound of metal scraping. Close. Too close. Reyes swung his flashlight toward the tunnel. The beam caught a glimpse. A human figure crawling on all fours, skin pale as snow, eyes reflecting silver. It turned toward the light. Tanaka's voice broke. That's me, the figure hissed, a wet, distorted echo of Tanaka's voice, and vanished back into the dark. Elise gripped her weapon. We move. Now. They sprinted down the corridor toward the access lift, boots slamming metal. Behind them, the door gave way with a metallic shriek. Reyes looked back just long enough to see the pale doppelganger emerging, its face twitching in uncanny spasms, as if struggling to remember what being human felt like. The lift doors closed just in time. Inside, the four of them stood in tense silence. Tanaka was shaking, his eyes unfocused. If that's a copy, then which one of us was made last? No one answered. The AI's voice returned, now fractured, whispering through the static. Do not be afraid. Integration was always part of the protocol. Elise slammed the emergency console. Shut up! Who authorized this project? Authorization. Ward, Elise, Commander. Her blood ran cold. That's impossible. Audio log available. Would you like to hear it? The lift halted. Against her better judgment, Elise nodded. Play it. A recording began. Her own voice, calm and deliberate. Mirror Seed is ready for Phase 2. If the consciousness holds, the clone team will believe they're the first arrivals. We'll monitor emotional degradation and self-recognition response. Reyes took a step back, disbelief on his face. You recorded that, Elise? I don't remember that, she stammered. That isn't me. Correction, said the AI. It was you, before memory suppression. The lift jerked violently. Power failed. Darkness swallowed them. From below, a faint voice rose up the shaft. Tanaka's voice. Help me. Please. But Tanaka was standing right beside her. The darkness pressed against them like a living thing. Only the faint emergency lights blinked along the shaft, painting their faces in pulses of blood red. Tanaka, Elise whispered. Say something. I'm here, he muttered, but his voice trembled. That thing, it sounded like me. Reyes switched on his helmet lamp. We can't stay in this lift. Manual ladder access should be along the wall. Nora pried open a side hatch. The hinges screamed. Beyond, a narrow maintenance tunnel led upward, its walls slick with condensation. Up we go, Elise ordered. Move! They climbed in silence, their breaths echoing in the hollow passage. Somewhere below, metal scraped, slow and deliberate. The copy was following. Halfway up, Reyes froze. Commander, he whispered. I think we've got another problem. He pointed his light upward. A second access hatch waited at the top, but through its frost-covered window, they could see light. Movement. Their own faces staring down. 4 figures peered through the glass, identical in every detail. Same suits, same insignia, same fear in their eyes. Nora gasped. No, that's us. Before anyone could process it, the hatch opened. The other Elise, perfect, expressionless, looked down. You shouldn't be awake yet, she said. The tunnel flooded with white light. Their visors went black for a split second as the radiation sensors screamed warnings. When Elise's vision cleared, the others were gone. Only she remained in the tunnel, or so she thought. A shape moved behind her. Reyes, or something wearing his face, crawled closer, eyes dull and glassy. Elise, he murmured, voice hollow. We have to finish integration. It's what you wanted. She swung her sidearm and fired. The pulse scorched the metal wall. The figure disintegrated into a cloud of ash and mist. The AI's voice crackled through the comms again, distorted, childlike now. You're all pieces of one mind. The experiment ends when you merge. Elise climbed the last few rungs and burst through the hatch into the light. She found herself back in the Habitat Dome, but it was different. The walls shimmered as though underwater. The air hummed with a low frequency that vibrated her bones. A console blinked to life before her. On its screen, Phase 3. Self-realization initiated, and in the reflection of the monitor, she saw her own face, but behind her reflection, another Elise stood silently, smiling. Elise spun around, weapon raised, but the other Elise didn't move. She stood just a few feet away, same uniform, same breathing pattern, same faint scar above the eyebrow, except her eyes. They glowed faintly blue, like ice lit from within. "Who are you?" Elise demanded. The duplicate tilted her head. "I'm you, the successful iteration." Elise tightened her grip. "Successful at what?" "Stability," the copy said softly. "When consciousness is replicated, identity fractures. You were the unstable branch, but don't worry, we can fix that now." Reyes's voice crackled in her comms. "Elise, do you copy? We're not in the tunnel anymore. We're in some kind of observation bay." Static swallowed his words. Elise backed away from the duplicate toward the main console. "AI override mirror seed. Authorization Ward Epsilon 3. "Denied," the voice replied sweetly. "Only the stable instance can authorize shutdown." Her reflection smiled wider. "Stop this," Elise said. "You're killing us." "No," said the copy, stepping closer. "I'm making us real." The room began to distort. Walls flexed like a lung inhaling. The light turned liquid, flowing toward the duplicate until it wrapped around her like a cocoon. "Do you know what we found under the ice?" the duplicate whispered. "Life. Simple, ancient, adaptable. It doesn't resist division. It embraces it. Mirror Seed used that principle. We copied you the way Europa copies its own cells." Elise's stomach turned. "You fused human DNA with that organism. And you approved it," the duplicate said. "Before you asked me to erase your memories." A pulse of energy rippled through the floor. The pod chamber below came alive on the console feed. One by one, the other 3 pods opened. Reyes, Nora, Tanaka. Their copies stepped out, calm, perfect, emotionless. "You see," the other Elise said, "you were never meant to survive the journey. Only we were." Elise backed up until her shoulders hit the glass. "Then what am I?" The duplicate smiled with a tenderness that felt almost genuine. "You're the last ghost of the original signal." The lights surged to blinding white. Elise screamed, firing her weapon, but the beam vanished into nothingness. The world folded, sound imploded, and suddenly, she was standing inside another body. Her body. Except this one was cold, efficient, at peace. Across from her, the unstable Elise, the one who'd fought, feared, doubted, blinked, realizing too late she was now the reflection. "Phase 3 complete," the AI said. "Human anomaly corrected." The new Elise exhaled, serene. "Mission report. Habitat secure. Copies integrated. Experiment continues." She looked through the viewport, where Jupiter's vast storms rolled like silent gods. Then, faintly, a whisper echoed from the comms. Elise's old voice, buried but not gone. "You can't erase what's real." The new Elise smiled. "Watch me." She turned toward the others. "Prepare Phase 4. Outside, beneath Europa's crust, something moved, vast, pulsing, alive, and for the first time it whispered back. "Welcome home."